Good morning, my Inkies. Welcome back. I was going to do a creative ways to date your journal entries, but I'm just not quite up to it yet. I am still recovering from a week-long sickness that put me on my butt, basically. So I thought I'd do a couple of easy videos where I don't have to concentrate too much and I don't have to talk. Well, I do have to talk quite a bit in this, but I don't have to concentrate heaps on what I need to say, whereas when I do voiceovers I have to get the timing right, I have to get what I want to say right, and it's just a mental process I'm not quite ready for just yet. So I thought I would do a creative book haul for you guys. I think creative books and artistic books and books in general are very important to a creative process, for inspiration, just general well-being. My husband and I have a huge library between us. We're both avid readers and we're instilling that in our kids. But one of my favorite things to collect and to use as inspiration in my work is creative books and artistic books. And I think maybe next month we'll do a bit of a studio book tour and you can see the books that I have in my bookshelves, and I'll pull a few out to show you some of my favorites. But these ones are new to the studio, so I thought I would share with you the things that I'm currently looking through, because these arrived when I was sick. I ordered them a little while ago, and I haven't really played too much with them because I've just had no energy, but they will get a bit more love. I am sorry if I sound breathless. Like I said, I'm still not 100% out of the woods. I still have a really bad chest cold, so I sound like I'm running a marathon, but it's just because I'm sick, so I apologize for that. So this is the first one. This is a secondhand vintage book, and my girlfriend Ellie bought this for me in one of her bookstores where she lives, and trekked it all the way to Sydney in her backpack. And it's not a small book, it is quite large. And then my husband carried it in his backpack all afternoon and all the way home. And I'm on a really big floral kick at the moment. You'll see this in your collage sheets. I'm really loving flowers and the idea of being able to draw flowers beautifully and looking at more realistic type flowers. I want to learn to paint them better. So you'll see the theme cross over a bit into the books that I've purchased to sort of help me on my way, because I didn't have anything remotely floral in my collection. So she picked this up. This is called Wildflowers of the World, and it is a vintage book, and as you can see there's a whole heap of information, and then on each page there are beautiful pictures. They are drawings, but they are done so well. So I have kind of thumbed through this every night almost to just look at the flowers, and I think I'm going to start tabbing pages on flowers that I want to try and draw myself. I haven't looked at everything in this book, but oh my god, it is stunning. If you can find this, if you're a flower fanatic or a nature fanatic, I think you would highly enjoy this book. I mean, there's tons and tons of information on the flowers themselves, but I'm really just in it right now for the beautiful artwork and to learn all the different types of flowers and maybe incorporate some of these sorts of things into my work. Because I tend to just sort of lean on the same sort of florals, and I kind of want to branch out a bit more and try my hand at something a bit more unique. So when Ellie sent me a picture of this book, I said, yes, please grab it for me. And I'm so glad she did. And I'm so grateful that she hulked it all the way from Armidale on the plane, on her carry-on, because she couldn't carry on her bag because her bag was too heavy because of this book. So this, if you can find it, if you're interested, it is a really stunning, and I have thoroughly enjoyed what I've seen of it so far, and I flicked through it heaps of a night time. Even Lily's had a look at it and she really loves them as well. So that's Wildflowers of the World, and it's an older book. Now, keeping with the floral theme, I bought this one from the Japanese bookstore. As you guys know, I do visit it quite a lot, more than usual lately, because we've been going to the city to Pokemon hunt because we're a nerd family. And I always try and grab at least one book every time I go to the Japanese bookstore. That's sort of my thing, my tradition. So I grabbed 20 Ways to Draw a Tulip by Lisa Condon, and she's like one of my favorite illustrative artists. She does some really awesome stuff, and this is more line work and all that sort of thing, and I use some of the flowers as inspiration for your last month's collage elements there with the tabs and things. A lot of the tabs had some of my hand-drawn elements on them, and I took inspiration from this book. And this was really, I have really enjoyed this book. If you want to start drawing flowers in your work, borders, there's all different types of things that you can create and draw. I actually really love this book so much that when I put an order in, I bought this one. But I have a feeling there are a lot of double ups, and because I've been sick, I haven't checked, because I know that one's in there. There are quite a few little double ups here and there, so I don't know if I might pass this one on to my mum, this little one, and then keep this one for myself. So that's just a word of advice, that I think that this is just a different layout or a different thing. These have actual plant names for them, so you've got geraniums and things like that. I would highly suggest this one over this one. I would like to know what I'm drawing, and yeah, I thought this was going to be different, and because it was so cheap, I just kind of chucked it in my basket at the last minute. So I would suggest, if this is the sort of thing that you're interested in, I would buy this one over this one. So I think my mum will get the smaller copy. So there are all sorts of different plants, and I love that they've got names for them. See, there's that flower there, which it was there, so there are double ups. But that's okay, it just means my mum has a nice floral book to draw with. So like I said, I'm really into flowers at the moment and florals, and I want to get better. And the only way to get better is to practice and to draw and incorporate it into your work. So 20 Ways to Draw a Tulip and 44 other fabulous flowers, and then draw 500 fabulous flowers. But I do recommend this one over this one. I just like to know what I'm drawing, as opposed to this just being like, I mean, for portability, this one's obviously better, but I'm not gonna chuck either one of them in my bag on an outing. But yeah, so there's those two. And then this one I actually saw on Tisha Moore's a video a couple of weeks ago, and she actually was making junk journals and ripping things apart. Now, she ripped this apart, and I'm going to do the same. So if you're a book purist, cover your ears, because this book is going to be torn apart. This is called Truth and the Questions, a journal by Sabrina Ward Harrison. Now, I actually have a sketchbook that's done by her, which I love. And I've loved and admired her work for a very long time. And I hope to get a few of her other books as well. But this is just kind of like one of those things where, you know, either wreck this journal or do drawing prompts and stuff like that. And I'm not that kind of person, but I will rip out these pages and turn them into journal fodder. I think that's just screaming for that. And I think it'll look really cool in my journals, and just using some of them as borders and stuff. So I know it's a brand new book and everything like that. Oh, my camera's not coping well with the painted pages. I mean, look at that. That is so stunning. That's probably my favorite. Love a good watercolor palette. But yeah, if you're a book purist, pretend I didn't say I'm going to tear this baby apart. You may see that on camera, you may not. I don't know what the future holds for my Patreon videos, but know that this is going to be repurposed into journal fodder, maybe some junk journal inserts. That's how I saw Tisha do it, and I was just mesmerized by it. So I was like, yes, I need that in my life. I love her handwriting. I hate my handwriting, so I really love it when I get to see other people's handwriting. I love all the painted stuff, so it's like getting painted paper without the mess. But yeah, it's a really inexpensive book. I buy all my books from Book Depository because they have free worldwide shipping. So that's just a look through that one. If you're always looking for good journal fodder and you don't mind pulling apart a book, there is The True and the Questions, a Journal by Sabrina Ward Harrison. So that one's going to get yanked apart in the future. And next is this one, and it is called Nib and Ink. Now, lettering is something I struggle with. I've struggled with it all my life, even in primary school and high school, when everyone could do all those really cool bubble letters and do all their posters and things. I struggled so hard with lettering. I still do. I try my best, but I decided that I'm going to start making a conscious effort to actually put time and effort into learning to letter properly. And so this one's called Nib and Ink, The New Art of Modern Calligraphy by Chiara Perano. I will try and put links to everything down below if I can find it for you, to make it easier if you see something that you like and you want to look to purchase it. So I actually saw this on, I love that, it's so cool. I saw this on a YouTube video and it looked really lovely. I also have the lettering practice sheets by Random Olive, which I highly recommend. So it has all different information on how to get started, the tools you need, that sort of thing. How to use the book. I love drawings of art supplies. You may see some of those sorts of things in your collage sheets this month, girls. All that sort of stuff. All the different bits of the pen nib. All this sort of information, how to hold the pen. And then it has mark making. And back here it has practice sheet guides for you, like different ways to do the lettering and then that sort of thing. And that's the sort of thing that I need. I will probably not ink right into this book. I'll probably photocopy and use the photocopies for practice. But I really want to try and work really hard on my lettering. I've been practicing on my iPad and using Procreate app, but I also need to practice like with pen and ink. I won't let it get the better of me, so it's something I want to learn to do. I'd love to create my own font, but in order to do that I need to have proper handwriting instead of chicken scroll. So it's got different things you can letter for celebrations, Christmas, gift tags, wreaths and things. I really liked this bit. Things you can practice drawing, envelopes, all that sort of thing. So it was quite inexpensive, and I think it'll be really helpful in my lettering journey. I will one day letter properly. So there's Nib and Ink. I love the color scheme of that book too. Now I think I might have shown this to you guys quickly in the Little Linkers group. I went to IKEA months ago now, it's probably about 2 months ago, and they had these books on sale for $4.99. I actually grabbed 2 of them, one to pull apart and one to repurpose. Like one to pull apart and repurpose as a journal, and this one to use as like journal fodder and collage elements. It's got really beautiful textures in it and backgrounds and things that you can use in your journals. And I want to alter one. It's got beautiful big writing in it. I want to alter one as a journal, maybe as a project for Patreon. I don't know yet. I've still got the sewing book on YouTube, so I need to sort of focus on that for the YouTube girls. But this is just so pretty. And I think it would make some awesome journal fodder. I love all these photographs. I love the whole feeling of the book. I love homewares. If you didn't know that about me, I love homeware books, IKEA magazines, House to Home, all that sort of stuff. Like it's got lettering and collages in it, so it's just begging to be turned into something. And for $4.99, it was on special. I just grabbed 2 without even thinking. So I think it'll be a really cool thing to alter, pull apart, turn into other things. And I don't know if I will alter one, but I knew I had to buy 2. I had to buy 2. And it's a nice, you know, it's a beautiful hardcover book, and it's sewn bound, which is, you know, what you look for when you want to alter something. But this is a great little find, I thought. I mean, some of these you could draw around it. Maybe I'll turn it into a sketchbook. I don't know, but it's asking for something. I just don't know what yet, but I have 2 of them, so I've got 1 to play with and 1 to pull apart. But I think it was a really good buy. Really nice matte pages, so not glossy. So it's kind of everything you look for. So if you haven't found a sewing book yet, maybe check your local IKEA. This would make an awesome altered journal for the sewing book series. I'm kind of sad that I found this after I started, but I really do like this. So this is Love for Textiles, and it is an IKEA book. And it was on sale at my IKEA for $4.99. So I'm not sure if they're still on sale or if they're getting rid of them, but I grabbed 2. Okay, back to my floral obsession. I have 3 more books. I kind of did a mass order with Book Depository with all flower themed books, and this was recommended to me by a girlfriend, and this is called The Anthology of Flowers. So this is very minimalist, not quite drawing and stuff, but it still has beautiful photographs that will help with trying to draw things and copying them and trying to mimic the textures and the colors. And it also has information about the flowers, but the photography of these are just so beautiful. I'm gonna have a lovely time looking through this properly. These might not do anything for you guys. I may be showing you books and you're like, boring plant books. But I am such a sucker for florals, and I want to draw them better, and I want to represent them better in my work. And I think it'd be really nice to be able to watercolor these, draw my own versions of them. And if I end up turning Otto into something or making worlds for things, my creatures, I want to be able to be really thorough in how I do that. And I thought I'd start with plants. I mean, even if I painted these and then gave them really quirky illustrated faces, that's how my brain works. So that's a really simple one. I love the Dahlia. Dahlia is beautiful, and that's what's on the front cover. So that one's a very simple one, but a beautiful coffee table book, even it just does itself. So I grabbed the Anthology of Flowers. And then these are the 2 that I bought mainly, and they are more art related. So this is Botanical Illustration Course with the Eden Project, and it won Practical Art Book of the Year apparently. So this has got patterns, textures, watercolors, how to do things, how to create things, watercoloring over pencil. It's got some awesome ways. This is the sort of information I want to know. I want to know how to mix the colors. I want to know how to get the gradients. I want to know how to get the shading, that sort of stuff. I'm a very visual learner, and I know a lot of other people are visual learners. So this is helping with washes, the wet on wet sort of shapes to familiarize yourself. So when you're drawing it from, you know, the basic shapes and then getting more detail work, tonal things, so details and highlights and tweaking, showing you a breakdown of things. I really like this. I'm so glad I grabbed this. I tried to do research before I bought these art ones to see if they were worth the money. This one was relatively cheap, so They are stunning stages on how you put together, how you go from like this all the way to this, and that's the sort of thing I want to learn. So this looks like an amazing book, and I can't wait to sit down and actually process all that information and put this information into practice. This is what we need to do. We need to start refining our craft and learning as much as we can and becoming sponges and that sort of thing. So this one was a really good buy. I'm really happy that I grabbed this one on a whim after I saw a really good review about it, and I'm so glad I did. And then it has lots of different plants and flowers, techniques, breakdowns of things. So this one was really good. So this is Botanical Illustration course with the Eden Project. And then this is probably the most expensive out of a lot of them, and it is called Botany for the Artist, an inspirational guide to drawing plants. And it is a beautiful big hardcover book. It is massive, so I'm not going to be able to fit it all in frame, but it is stunning from what I've seen. I haven't seen heaps of it because I've been sick, but it looks so good. Drawing from life, print work, expanding worlds, personal drawing books. So it gives like breakdowns on how to paint things, helps you with this sort of stuff, which is so good. Seeing it done without all the paint, seeing all the line work done, all the cross hatching. The leaves and things, this one is stunning, and it's probably one of the ones I'd recommend the most. From what I've looked at so far, I've really enjoyed looking at the line work of things, because a lot of my stuff is going to be line work, but I will do some watercolor. But oh my goodness, it's so pretty and so informative. This stuff just makes my heart skip beats. I don't know what it is about it, but I'm also thinking about my next tattoo on my right arm, and it will be floral orientated up my arm. So this is also research for my tattoo. I like how it shows you how to create volume and how to get that look with twisted trees. I mean, I want to do a whole series of you know, tree people one day. So my camera just decided to get a full memory card, so just deleted a few things off the card. But as you can see, it was a stunning book, and like I said, it was the most expensive, and I think it was around the $40 mark. But for this wealth of information, you can probably get it cheaper in the US. I go with Book Depository because it's free postage, and a lot of Amazon sellers do not ship to me. It's very rare that an Amazon seller will ship to me. But this sort of stuff is where I want to learn, what I want to do. I mean, I can't draw pretty girls for the rest of my life. I need to expand. And oh god, this is so stunning. Fungus looks pretty in ink. So I want to just expand and learn and continuously learn, and I think books are a great way to do that. So this is what I want to I think my next one little thing will be plant related and floral related, but I won't be filming every single day the way I have been with the faces. I think I'll probably do 1 or 2 videos and then a flip at the end of the week or something like that, or at the end of the month. I would like to be able to sit down and draw at my leisure, you know, for 1 to 2 hours and not have to worry about camera or filming and all that sort of stuff. I've loved doing the one little thing, but if I'm sick or I've got something to do and I can't film, I feel guilty, and then I'm pressuring myself to try and get it done, and I don't want that for you guys. I don't want that for me. I don't want to hate drawing, and one little thing has not made me hate drawing, but I am kind of sick of drawing faces. I will be completely honest with you. I am over it. I've got, you know, a week and a bit to go, and I'm so stinking over faces, and sick of recording them and feeling like I've got to rush through them. But I really am going to enjoy drawing plants, and I want to draw cool vines and things in hair and stuff like that. And I just think this is a really beautiful way to go. So these just make me happy. These might do nothing for you, but this sort of stuff just makes me really happy. I can just see quirky little characters in all this sort of stuff. You know, Fern Gully-ish. And I loved Fern Gully as a kid. I still love Fern Gully. My daughter loves Fern Gully. But yeah, this was a fantastic buy. Probably my favorite one of the lot. So this is Botany for the Artist. And that is all the books that I have. This is like 4 months worth of book buying for me. I will do another probably book haul in another few months. But not for a while. I think I am done for now, since I've got all these to play with, and I have been so sick that I haven't looked at them properly, so that'll be it. And so I hope you've enjoyed this quick and easy laid back video. I will do my best to get some more creative, more what do you call it, more artistic videos for you. I'm just easing back in. I didn't want to not have something up for Wednesday because I'm now out of pre-filmed videos with being sick and school holidays. I went from being a month ahead to not. So I am going to be doing a lot of pre-filming today. I don't even have my rings on. I'm all over the place, but I hope you enjoy that, and I will see you on Sunday for a One Little Thing video, and hopefully my voice holds out for the voiceover. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye!
Drawer number 3 is a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I actually purchased this drawer organizer from IKEA as well. I would like to buy a couple more of these because they're really handy to compartmentalize things, but they were $12 each, so I just bought the one. Now I have my Letraset aqua markers here, and I have a couple of my neon markers. Obviously the pink is in my pencil case because that thing is my life. I have my Caran d'Ache gouache colors. I have a couple of tube watercolors that I have bought and haven't put into half pans. I have my Zig Clean colors. These are the older style before they rebranded with the clear lids, which is why